Friends, welcome. Uh, Let us continue our discussion on the concepts of capital structure. By this time, we have already taught you all the relevant theories of capital structure: net income theory, net operating income theory, middle of the road theory, Modigliani-Millar's approach. All these things has been taught to you, and by now you have also understood that it is important to have a good capital structure because that affects the value of the firm. The business value, entire business value substantially gets affected by the capital structure. If capital structure is good, then value can be maximized. And you see, capital structure, when you say, it means a combination of various elements of the capital. And within that capital structure, there might be equity, there might be debt, there might be preferences, there might be convertibles. So many items might be there. Each item has got a cost and each item has got a risk also. So it is very important or vital for the finance manager to ensure that the risk and costs are balanced. And ultimately, he has to develop or he has to design a capital structure where cost is minimum and return will be maximum in the sense the value of the farm will be maximum. That capital structure can be called as optimal capital structure. We are aware of that. And to achieve that optimal capital structure, certain theories are there, which you have already studied. These theories are there to guide you that this should be the capital structure. Okay, friends. But even if the theories are at a conceptual level, at a theoretical level, we feel that theories may be helpful. But we have seen that some theory says that capital structure is relevant for the valuation of the farm. Some theory says capital structure is not at all relevant. So it is difficult to say. So it depends on the situation. It depends on the experience of the finance manager when he's working in a company. He has to experience that. What is the impact of capital structure and the value of the farm? And he has to take the decision. He has to take suitable decision. So therefore, it is this particular aspect involves a lot of problems in it. Okay, first problem you can say, even if you are saying capital structure is, let us assume that capital structure affects the value of the farm. But thing is that there is no magic formula which will help you to decide this is the best capital structure. And definitely value of the farm will be maximized if you adopt this kind of capital structure. Difficult to say. Okay. And again, even if you know capital structure, this should be ideal capital structure, but changing the capital structure is a very challenging thing. And the cost of each component of capital keeps on changing. Today, cost of equity is something, tomorrow, cost of equity might be different. So one need to monitor that, then in which direction cost is going. So accordingly, he has to keep on changing the capital structure. When I say he has to keep on changing the capital structure, the problem arises capital structure may not be that flexible so that you can change. Suppose you got a debt, you want to reduce it, okay, you can repay. But you got equity, how can you reduce it? So it is not that flexible. Buying back of equity is a complex process. So therefore, changing the capital structure is not that easy. So these we can say these are certain problems associated with the capital structure. So friends, even if we know what is optimal capital structure, let us quickly recapitulate today what is this optimal capital structure and what are the problems associated with the optimal capital structure. So with this, we'll be ending our third unit of our syllabus. So let me share my screen with you right now. So earlier, friends, I had shown you this thing, that the difference between capital structure and financial structure, you are aware of, you have seen this. Okay, financial structure refers to all the components of finance in an organization, all assets, all liabilities, and the capital. That means it includes both long-term as well as financial, as well as short-term sources. But when I'm coming to capital structure, it refers to only long-term sources. Okay, so you can say capital structure is a part of financial structure. Okay, then earlier I was showing you the balance sheet of a particular company. I had shown you that this portion, you see equity plus non-current liabilities, this is your capital structure. But if I include current liabilities, that is also another source of your finance. The entire thing will become your financial structure. Just have a look at this, look at the screen, you'll be able to digest the idea. Hope it is clear to you. Okay. Now, friends, we have also studied what are the factors that influence the capital structure. Corporate strategy, that means existing debt equity ratio, the kind of control management is having, whether management is willing to take risk or management is risk averse. So this all these things forms a part of corporate strategy. So this type of corporate strategy do affect the capital structure. So on that basis, capital structure has to be decided. It influences. Nature of industry also influences. If it's capital intensive, you need more capital. So it depends whether you'll be relying on the debt or you'll be relying on the uh, equity, which is available for long run, you'll be seeing it. The entity's current and past capital structure, that is also important. In the past, what was the capital structure, how it has been changed. That will also going to affect my future capital structure, my future plan. So at this stage, what is important is the business's life cycle. At the pioneering stage, the cost of capital is high. So normally entities rely on more equity. It will be difficult to service a debt. At expansion stage, they go for financial leverage. That means they take a debt. At the stabilization stage, so normally entities they try to reduce the financial leverage because entity is already stable. So they would like to save the interest cost, and by that they'll be able to earn more money, earn more profit. Okay, more profit uh, in volume, right, in amount terms. That's what they'll be able to earn. So it is important to plan for the capital structure so that profit can be maximum, return can be maximum, and your value of the farm can be maximum. The process of ensuring a good capital structure is called as optimization of capital structure. Here, farms try to optimize the capital structure. That means they decide a combination where value of the farm will be maximum, meaning value of the business will be maximum. When I say value of the business, I refer to again combination of two things: value of equity as well as value of debt. Both together, taken together, is referred to as value of business. Okay. Now, friends, these questions might be coming to your mind. In which situations firm's capital structure and financial structure is same? Can you answer this question? If there is no current liabilities, then capital structure and financial structure will be same. Is it good for the firm? It is your decision. And it is you have to think and answer. I am leaving it to you. Is it good for the firm without current liability? Etc. That means there is no short-term payment. It depends. It depends. A short-term payable is there. That means that is cheap source of finance. In fact, you are getting finance without any cost. Then one more question is that so it may be good. Okay, if so current liabilities are there, if current liabilities are not there, that also shows farm is very prompt in making payment. It has got good payment practices. So it may be good, may be bad. Debatable issue. In appropriate situation, you have to decide on that. Next question is that how past capital structure has an impact on present future capital structure. So this again you have to think. We have discussed right now. It's a past capital structure is something. Past capital structure, let us say, more equity, more debt is there, less equity is there. So it has got a typical debt equity ratio. If you add more debt, that ratio will be disturbed. So bankers and others lenders may not be interested to give additional loan because of past capital structure. They will say, you see, your debt equity ratio is not appropriate, or even if it is appropriate, it will change. It will become inappropriate. This is how past capital structure is relevant. Okay, these are the certain features of an optimal capital structure. It should ensure profitability. It should see that profit is more. It should be flexible so that you can change at any point of time. You should be able to control. Control means the management, project management should be able to control it. Normally, control it funds it. In the sense, suppose management is now holding 80% of the equities. It is controlling all decisions it is taking in the annual general meeting or any kind of general meeting. When there will be vote for a resolution, then the decision is under the control of management because they are holding almost 80% of equities. But if you dilute, let us say I'm adding more equity, that 80% may be reduced to, let us say, 40%. If it is 40%, the control is reduced. Now, decision is not entirely with the management. Okay. So, decision is not with the existing share. So, when you add more equity, it dilutes the control. Earlier, once upon a time, you might be holding 100% of equity, but gradually it is getting reduced below 50%. Then you are not a majority. So, you are losing control. Then one more thing, solvency. Solvency also affects capital structure. Capital structure also affects the solvency. Okay, or you can say solvency gets affected by capital structure. What I mean is that if you take excess debt, so this will be threat to the business. Okay, so you are taking more risk. So this aspect has to be taken care of. So friends, I think you got a fair idea that what is optimal capital structure and what are the features. And if I repeat the same thing, optimal capital structure is the best debt equity ratio for a firm that maximizes its value. It is the best debt equity ratio. The proportion of debt to equity is the best. That means it may be 50-50, it may be 40-60, it may be 20-80, anything. At that point, if the value of the firm is maximum, you can say that is the optimal capital structure. Okay. So this structure offers a balance between debt and equity in such a way that the overall cost is minimum. When overall cost is minimum, then firm's value is maximum. Okay. Friends, here we'll take a break. We'll catch up in 5 minutes. Thank you.